What is up, Nordic warriors, and welcome back to another video. And there's another lockdown, so I've got your back. I'm gonna have another at-home program that is releasing starting today, and we're gonna be following up with some more videos this week for you to repeat as long as needed. Last time ended up getting a little bit longer than expected. Hopefully this one doesn't last too long. As always, the full routine is available in the description down below as an offline PDF version, so go check that one out if you need to. And if you want some other options for your lockdown training, I also have made my at-home program and my fat loss program in the app tribe that I have completely free for everyone to use. That'll be available in the description down below. Before we jump into today's video, it is basically no equipment, but you are gonna need a light resistance band. So I've got my resistance band set here, which if you need one, you can grab in the description down below or anywhere on Amazon or anything. Apart from that, you're not gonna need anything else, but you do need some form of low friction floor, socks and carpet. I'm gonna use socks and laminate. That all works fine. Let's jump straight into the routine. So we're gonna start by briefly warming up the wrist. So we're just gonna start with some clock walk. So we're gonna have our hands in front of us. We're gonna walk around in 90-degree intervals as far as we can, externally rotated, and then we're gonna walk back around in the other direction. We're gonna do sort of 3 to 4 of these going back and forth. Today's routine is a strength training routine. It is a full body routine, but it is only gonna be really focusing on push and hamstrings. We're then gonna be following up the other body parts and other workouts later on in this week in this program. So this is just day 1 of the routine. So we're gonna warm up for our push-ups and we're gonna warm up our hamstrings as well. But as I said, we're starting with the wrists. So just one more circle round with these wrists now. Perfect. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna come into a nice support position. So this is a nice push-up position. And then from here, we're gonna perform just 10 scapular push-ups. So we're gonna let the shoulder blades sink together, sink the shoulders down, and try to push the shoulder blades away and push as tall as we can into the floor. So it's 10 of those. All the way down, shoulder blades come together, and shoulder blades go apart. Six. That's that bit warmed up. That is our 10. I'll be able to catch up if you have. Once you're done with those 10, we're just gonna come onto our back now, and we're just gonna do some hip thrusts just to warm up the hamstrings and the glutes. So very nice and simple. Squeeze the bum. Hold for a few seconds at the top. Just gonna do 10 of these. And I would consider that, to be honest, us warmed up. This routine isn't overly intense in terms of how hard the movements are, but we're gonna be using some techniques involving pre and post fatigue to make these easy movements harder. It's kind of one of those hacks you can do to make your at-home workouts harder. So we've done 5, I'm gonna do another 5, just to get some blood flowing in the glutes. This routine today is gonna be made up of supersets. So we're gonna have a few exercises paired back to back. The first one's gonna be on hamstrings. The second one's gonna be on push-ups. And then we're gonna finish up with a little bit of core work. Right, last one here. We'll do some more warm up for the upper body when we get to it. First 2 exercises, let me explain this to you quickly. We're gonna do a hamstring wall isometric. So for this one here, you need to be kneeling, your feet nice and wedged against the wall. From here, straight body on the knees. You're gonna try and lean as far as you can, but I'm gonna press my heels into the wall to stop myself from falling. So I'm gonna go as far as I can, but still hold. You should feel in this position, your hamstrings are working, your glutes are working to keep that nice upright. Obviously, if I go too far, I'm gonna fall over, but I just need to be able to feel my hamstrings, feel my glutes working in this position. That's position 1. Position 2 is a slider hamstring cut. So this is where the laminate floor or the slidey floor, socks and carpets work fine, or like a CD cover, a DVD, something, if anyone has DVDs anymore. And we're just gonna do some hamstring curls here. Key with this one is trying to keep the hips off the ground. Level 1, if you're a little bit weak, we're just gonna do negatives. So lift up, glute bridge, let the feet slide over about 4 seconds, all the way down, hips come down, feet come up, and repeat. If you're a bit stronger, you can do this for reps. So we keep the hips off the ground all the way and we do the full slider. And then finally, the hardest version is the 2-1. So we do one leg down and then both legs back up. Choose whichever one is appropriate for you. We're gonna do 4 to 8 reps. So if you're doing the single leg, it's 2 to 4 per side, 4 to 8 reps in total. And we're doing isometric first. So get yourself ready. We're gonna start in about 10 seconds with this first superset. So you're gonna need that wall or the sofa, whatever it is, to hook your feet in that position. So we can do the first hamstring isometric. I'm gonna get my phone out so I've got a nice timer. And let's start. So glute squeezed, lean as far forward as you can and still hold. Feel the hamstrings working. And we'll hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds. So just when you're looking for some pre-fatigue in the hamstrings. Keep leaning forward, pressing those feet into the wall or into the sofa. Another 5 seconds here. Keep leaning. And relax. We're going to rest 10 seconds. We go straight into those hamstring curls. I'm just going to do normal hamstring curls. But as I said, do whichever one is appropriate for you. So, glutes up. Nice, slow and controlled, 3 or 4 seconds down. Quick back up. 4 to 8 repetitions. 2, 3, 4. Nice and quick back up. 3. Now I want you on this first set just to go a couple reps short of failure. So I'm probably gonna hit for 6 here. Should feel those hamstrings working. Think about those glutes squeezing, keeping the hips nice and high. I'll do last one here. And that is the first superset done. We're gonna take about 60 to 90 seconds rest. Should feel those hamstrings burning. This is a strength training routine. We still need some rest in between. We don't want to completely annihilate ourselves. So we're literally just doing a hamstring superset to begin with, and then we're going to do, as I said, some push-ups and some other work to get going. So that's 20 seconds of rest. If you want to in between, you can also do a little bit of stretching, but try to keep the stretching unrelated from the work that you're doing. So you don't want to stretch the hamstrings here because it might make us a bit weaker in our hamstring work. Obviously you can just scroll through Instagram as well. Either works, to be honest with you. So that's a minute, and give us another 30 seconds here. Again, on this next one, we're gonna do about 2 reps short of failure. And then on the third, on the last set, we're gonna go to failure. So another 10 seconds, and then we'll go again. That isometric, 20 to 30 seconds, and then those slider hamstring curls for 4 to 8 reps in total. So if you're doing it single side or not. Right, let's go with that hamstring work. So remember, glute squeeze, hamstrings, curling the feet, and lean. Doesn't look like I'm doing much, but when you do this and you feel the hamstrings working, trust me, you'll feel it. Sit. Squeeze those hamstrings. 10 seconds down. Just another 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Another 10 seconds. Break between, we go straight into those hamstring curls. So remember, 2 reps short of failure on this one. And doing whatever progression you need to do, keeping those hips high though. So nice and slow down, 3 or 4 seconds down. And powerful back up. 3. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. I'll do one more. Lovely. That is our set done. Remember, staying away from failure. You should feel those hamstrings. Feeling a little bit fatigued now. The superset will get tough. And again, we can go back and do a little bit of stretching in our rest, but we've got 90 seconds, so probably about 65 seconds now. So rock backwards, forwards, bit of child's pose, bit of this, bit of that. Nothing too strenuous. Another minute here. This is going to be our final set. So the first 2 sets, we did 2 reps shy of failure. This one we're going to go until we can't do any more of the progression that we're doing. If you want to, you can do 4 sets of this first exercise and 4 sets of the second exercise, the second grouping as well. I'm only going to demo 3 in this video. Just pause it, do another set. But if you are going to do 4, do to failure on your last set, and do the same as we've done, so 2 short of failure on the set that we're about to do. So failure only on the last set, not every set. It's just too much and unnecessary. Okay, another 15 seconds, and then we're gonna jump into the exercise. You may be wondering why we're not doing any quad work. We're gonna be doing that in the workout in the next video. Right, so get ready to do your hamstring isometric. Feet on the wall, glutes squeezed, hamstrings curled, lean forward as far as you can and hold. 20 to 30 seconds. I'm gonna do 25 because it's right in between. Keep holding, keep leaning as far as you can, but make sure you don't fall over forward. Keep pressing those feet into the wall or using them hooked under the sofa, whichever you're doing. Glutes squeeze the entire time. Another 5 seconds, 2, 1. Perfect. 10 seconds you got now to swap between the next one, and then remember, this one is to failure if it's your last set. So I did 7 reps and 6 reps. Hopefully I'll get 7 or 8 in this one. It's nice, slow down. Keep the glutes high, hips high. Squeeze back up. 5. I'm going for 7, I think. Now keep that tempo nice, slow down, don't let the form drop. I'll do one last one, I think I can do one more. Oh. That is it. Technical failure, not absolute failure. Still keeping some reasonable form, but I can feel those hamstrings working. We're going to take another 90 seconds rest now. As our hamstring's done, we're going to move to some push-ups. So, a little stretch first. But the push-ups, we're going to do 3 exercises in a row. So, before I show you those, we're just going to warm up very briefly. We're going to do 6 to 8 very easy push-ups. So, if you find push-ups hard for like 10 reps, do it on your knees. If you can do 20, 30 push-ups, then you can just do normal ones. So we're just gonna do 6 to 8. It's reasonably controlled, just to kind of grease that movement going first. Perfect. So we're doing 3 exercises back to back now. The first exercise is a planche lean. So for this one, you're gonna start in that support position. You might wanna have your hands slightly turned out, because you're gonna be leaning forward and it can be a bit intense in the wrists, or you can use parallettes. I'm just gonna use the floor for the moment. So we're gonna come to a support position, we're gonna lean as far forward as we can. Just like that warm up where we did that scapular push up, we're gonna try and think about pushing nice and tall, shoulder blades down, protracted, And we're gonna externally rotate so our armpits are kind of facing forward diagonally. So this is the position we're after. Nice tight core. We're just gonna hold this one. So we're gonna do an isometric there. Then we're gonna superset that with some push-ups. If push-ups, we're gonna do 8 to 10 or 6 to 8 reps, 6 to 10 reps of the push-ups. So if push-ups are hard, for 10 reps, you're just gonna do normal push-ups. If you can't get 10 reps, you're gonna do push-ups on your knees. If push-ups are easy, we're gonna do planche push-ups. So this is gonna be the same push-up position, but we're gonna do it in a lean forward position. And obviously the further forward you lean, the harder it becomes. And then the final exercise, we're gonna do some tricep extensions. So we're gonna do Sphynx or support tricep extensions in this position again. If that's hard, you can do it on your knees. The last one we're gonna do for 8 to 12 reps. So tricep. Choose your progression. Again, 2 reps short failure for the first 2 sets. Last set, we're gonna go to failure. So let's begin. 20 seconds of that support position. So, lean forward, push down, shoulders protracted, arms nice and tight. Squeeze the hands together so you feel the chest tight. Glutes engaged, and just hold. Lean as far forward as you can, still hold the position. Another 10 seconds. Should feel those delts working. 3, 2, 1. Shake off. Give you 10 seconds rest between, and then 6 to 10 reps of that planche push-up. You're gonna do 2-3 seconds down, nice and quick back up. Lean as far forward as you can with these. Seven for me is good enough, as I said. 2-3 reps short of failure on this one, so you don't need to go all out. Another 10 seconds, and we're gonna finish with those tricep extensions. So we're gonna start in the elbow position, elbow plank, press up, 2 seconds down. 8 to 12 on these. Oh. Right, so first tricep done. I can't talk much during that one because it's kind of hard, so that is the point, but hopefully you guys maybe figured out the progression that you're using for this first one. Remember, it should be a couple reps short on failure on every single movement. Just to make sure we can work a good amount through, and because we're doing a tricep, not every drill needs to be to failure, because it then just ruin the subsequent exercises. So we're gonna take a bit of rest, 90 seconds again, and we're gonna do it all again. So if the last one was easy for any of them, make sure you make it a little bit harder. But remember, you've got 2 more sets, or 3 more sets if you want to do more to finish up. Oh. Talking and recovering is actually quite hard, so I'm just gonna be quiet for a second. Right, another 30 seconds, and then we're gonna jump back into it. So, planche leans, remember, lean as far forward as you can for that 20 seconds. Keeping those shoulders really nice and tight. Don't let the hips arch. Right, let's go, lean forward, 20 seconds. Look for a really solid position here. That's it, 10 seconds done. Another 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. So this one we're going to pre-fatigue the shoulders a bit. Should feel the shoulders and biceps burning slightly. And then we're going to go into our push-ups to fatigue everything else. Remember, lean forward as much as you can. Too short of failure. Nice and slow down. And back up. Seven again, that's fine for me. A couple short of failure. 10 more seconds, and we're going on to those Sphynx push-ups. So you can do this again. If you struggle on the last one, just do it on your knees. If you're fine doing it on your feet, just do it on your feet. Just go 8 to 12. Oh. Done. Couple short of failure, still going to be a good result. I'm going to, again, stop talking for 30 seconds to catch my breath. Okay, so final set. We're going to move into failure. I don't want you to go to failure on the first exercise. Keep that the same. For your planche push-ups, go until you can't get another one with good form. So technical failure, but it should be close to muscular failure. And the last one, I want you not to be able to do a single tricep extension Sphynx push-up thing. And should be chest, triceps done pretty nicely. So another 20 seconds or so. Then we go back into those planche leans. And then we're almost done with this session, as I said. You can do 4 sets of this if you want to. Definitely will work well. 4 sets of the first exercise as well. I'm just gonna demo 3. All right, planche lean, 20 seconds. Nice and far forward. Think about that shoulder position. Twisting those elbows in, squeezing the hands in, pushing nice and tall. That's 10 seconds done. Keep leaning forward. Try to come onto those toes. Weight should be in the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Shake off. You have 10 seconds between. Remember, this one is to technical failure now. So we need to push ourselves towards the top of that 10 reps. Let's go. Keep the tempo still solid all the way through. It's a 9 that time. Another 10 seconds. And those tricep extensions, remember, this one's to failure. So make it count, make it hard. take a breather. We've got a couple minutes now between that one and the final 2 exercises. Should feel good pump going on, triceps, chest, shoulders. That's what we like to see. I'm gonna catch my breath for a second and I'll tell you about the last 2 exercises. So the last 2 exercises, this is where you're going to need your band. I'm going to be using a light band here. So this is like technically a rehab band, but it's perfect for what we're trying to do, which we're going to do some kneeling lateral raises. So, kneeling down, nice and simple. Hold for a couple of seconds at the top and slow down. Band is perfect for this. Lateral raises is something we often do in bodyweight training as well. It's a very good movement for supraspinators, but just generally the whole of the rotator cuff. It's the first exercise. Second exercise, we're going to do some arch body extensions. So arch body extensions are starting on the floor, and then from this position, we're going to squeeze our glute, squeeze our lower back, lift our hands in the air, hold for a few seconds, and then come back down. Nice and simple. Hopefully those 2 exercises you've done before. So another 30 seconds here, and then we're going to jump into those lateral raises. You can obviously do these with a water bottle. You know, 2 litre water bottle, a couple of kilos will be enough here. Bands also work very well for at-home training. So another 10 seconds and we can finish up this session. So get your bands ready, top position. Remember, a couple of seconds pause at the top, 10 to 14 reps. So we're not going to get an absolute failure, just so you can get 2-3 reps short. You can feel that fatigue setting in. You're going to take that 10 seconds rest now and hop into those arch body. It's the same thing here. A couple of seconds holding each rep, 10 to 14 reps. Feel those glutes squeeze, lift the legs up, lower back working. That's 12 for me. Again, a couple reps short of failure. And give ourselves about 60 seconds rest now. Shake it off. You can do a bit of stretching if you want in between. And yeah, just try to get some breathing done. I'm going to do 2 sets of this exercise. And then I would have done kind of the minimum session in this video. So 3 sets, 3 sets, 2 sets. You can definitely do 4 sets, 4 sets, and 3 sets. Up to you. More isn't always better, but there's probably 4-4-3 is probably a better number, but I just wanted to keep the video to the point. So each one, just pause it at the end of the superset, do another one if you want to do it. Remember, only do the last set of each group to failure. The rest of them should be sort of 2 to 3 reps short on everything to failure. Right, now 15 seconds and we'll jump back into it. So get those lateral raises ready. Remember, 10 to 14 reps, a couple seconds pause. Burning, man. 10 seconds, last set of these arch bodies. My microphone keeps getting in the way. Let's go. Oh, that is the session, at least for me anyway. I hope you guys enjoy this updated at-home workout program. As always, the original one I'll link below. I'll also link below to the offline version if you just want to crack on with this by yourself in your own time. Or finally, if you want some different workouts, there is always the full at-home program, all the levels, and fat loss program in my app tribe. Again, linked in the description down below. If you just enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, if you're going to use it in lockdown, hit that thumbs up button and support the channel. If you have any questions about today's video, I'll do my best to respond and get back to you. While you're down there, you can also hit that subscribe button and join the Bodyweight Warrior tribe. But that has basically been it for this week, guys. I will catch you in the next episode, the next workout of this at-home program version 2. Have a stronger week and peace.